Good afternoon, my friends. I welcome you to this all-important broadcast on mentoring masterclass. The topic today is on intentional parenting. I've already mentioned this to you yesterday. 2 days ago when I was making the broadcast on the last topic, that today's Sunday, I will be speaking on intentional parenting. Parenting, in another word, child rearing, is an arrangement where the father and mother promote and support the physical, emotional, social, and intellectual development of a child from infancy to adulthood. Parenting refers to the intricacies of raising a child. This is not exclusively for biological relationships. It also means the raising of a younger one by the elder. In this sense, a sister, brother, grandparent, foster parent, guardians could raise a child in a parenting mode. Psychologists have found out that there are 4 parenting styles: the authoritarian, the authoritative, the permissive, and the uninvolved or the neglectful style of parenting. However, beyond this, there is what we call intentional parenting. What is intentional parenting? This is an approach where you use strategies to build or to develop a safe, stable, and healthy parent-child relationship. Another word for intentional parenting, or if I want to define it in another way, I would say intentional parenting relies on brain science to provide you ways to stay present and involved with your child. There is a third way of defining it. Intentional parenting simply means making informed and conscious parenting choices. Number 4, intentionality in parenting means purposeful parenting. Not just finding the time to bond with your kids, but also finding the time to fix yourself to be more intentional with your actions and reactions. To do something intentionally means to do it on purpose. And for children at the beginning stages of communication, a big developmental step happens when they learn to send intentional messages. Intentionality refers to a child's ability to send messages on purpose, directly to someone to achieve a specific goal. The opposite of intentional parenting is quick fix parenting. In this case, the child is already bad, has gone haywire, fixed in his behaviors. Then parents start searching for quick fixes, like attending prayer meetings or prayer sessions, seeking for mentors for the child, all manner of quick fixes. Sadly, when a child is fixed in his ways, it becomes difficult for that child to change. Parents, embrace intentional parenting rather than quick fix parenting. Now, let's look at parenting in our days when we were very young. There is a name we call these children these days. They are different from us. Do you remember how parenting was when you were young? When we were growing up, daddies thought being tough is how to be fathers. Our parents then, they thought being tough is how to be fathers. Many of them have no time for we children those days. Daddies choose your profession for you. Daddies believe that beating or those things those days. The children messes up and you hear daddy say, go and call me your mother. No wonder those days they will tell you that when the child is good, it belongs to the father. But when the child is bad, it's the mothers. There's another method there. Those days when we were young, they would say, I mean, for the Yoruba people, they will call them Omo Oju, Omo Oron, Omo Egba. Omo Oju means the children you talk to with the eyes. You know, when we were very young, when your mommy look at you one way, you know what she's talking about. Your mother will only look at you when the visitor comes, and the visitor sits down, and then you also come in that time, and they serve the visitor maybe a bottle of soda, maybe Coke or Fanta, and then you also sat down there. Your mommy has a way of looking at you, and immediately you know what your mommy is saying. There is what we call Omo. That is children that you need to talk to them. You know, those days, when your mommy hit herself this way, you know what she's talking about. Those things don't happen any longer. When you look at your child anyhow these days, your child will say, Mommy, why are you looking at me that way? The Yoruba have what we call Omo. That is the child you speak to until you speak before the child knows what you're talking about. And the child, the third level of it is Omo Egba. That Egba means cane, until you beat the child before the child understands what you're talking about. But the best form of this thing that time was Omo Oju, the child that ordinarily looking at the child, ordinarily doing the child understands what we're talking about. That was parenting those days. But these days, we have what we call digital children. We have another name for them. We call them the millennials. What are the characteristics of these children, of this generation? Their friends are on the internet. When you see your children these days, 247, they are on the phone. Your child is in Nigeria. He has a friend in Australia, has a friend in America, has a friend in Ghana, has a friend in South Africa. Their friends are on the internet. The solution to their problems are on the internet. Many of them will not even discuss with the parent. They will Google it. When they have an issue, they will just go on Google, do it, and then they get solution, and they keep quiet. Number 3, their Bible is online, not the physical Bible that you and I carry about. Therefore, you go to so many churches, you just hear, you hear notifications, because they are online, and they are reading the Bible from the phone. Number 4, these millennials want their privacy. I have had so many parents tell me this. When they come to the parlor, the children pack their things, they go to their bedroom. When the parents go to the bedroom, they pack their things, they come outside. They don't want you to disturb them. I don't know if you see, but this is what I have observed. Number 5, they can be on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, WhatsApp till 2 a.m. But they can't read the Bible for 10 minutes. Number 6, characteristics of these millennials. They want to question you for whatever you ask them to do. I mean, don't you hear them? They'll tell you, why, daddy? Why, mommy? Why do you want me to do it? We dare not do that when we were young. Tell your mommy, your daddy that time, that daddy, why? If you will not be beaten mercilessly that time. Number 7, they don't want you to command them or shout on them. They will say, mommy, you are shouting. Or they tell the mommy, calm down now. Mommy, calm down now. These are the millennials. Another level of it, number 8. I mean, you had the president in Nigeria say they are lazy. I don't know, because I don't want to abuse them. But they want technology to do all the work for them. They don't want to calculate with their heads. Rather, they want to use the calculator. Gradually, they don't know anything. They cannot read anything serious. They want jokes, humor, comedy. They don't want to pick any hard copy book and read. They want the audio book. They want the audio Bible. Gradually, they cannot memorize verses. They cannot wash their clothes. They want the washing machine to do it for them. Cooking, if there is any machine that can cook, they will embrace it. They want to, because there's no any machine that will cook for them now, they want to force their parents to cook for them all the time. You see? They want their parents to do all this cooking, wash their clothes, clean the house. If possible, do whatever for them, and all they want is pick their phone, and when the food is ready, go there and call them. My Lord, your food is ready. This generation, these children of this generation, they all have a special name for their parents. They will call Popsy, Momsy. In my house, they call me Pop. And they address their parents as you guys. Have you heard it? They will say you guys. Number 10, we like it or not, they are fast. They are brilliant. They know what they want and what they don't want. Don't underrate them. Number 11 thing I found about them, they know what they want and what they don't want. If you tell them what you want them to do, they will ask you, they want to ask you questions. Don't forget that the internet has a way to supply all questions on earth, even questions that the Bible did not answer. Now, how do you deal with these children of this generation? How do you deal with these millennials? How can you be an effective parent of this generation? This is why researchers have come up with the word intentional parenting, where you use facts and figures to address them. The only thing I don't like about the facts and figures is that it excludes the Bible. For me, intentional parenting is the use of fact, figures, and the Bible to parent your children. The biblical role of the parent is to be a good steward of your children. God has placed them in your care. Parents have the responsibility to care for the spiritual, emotional, and physical well-being of their children. The most important duty of every parent is to teach their children in the ways of the Lord according to his purpose for their lives. Therefore, intentional parenting for me is the combination of mentoring values and parental skill with the biblical truth to train the children. What are the dynamics of intentional parenting? How can I break it down? 1. Parent, insist on our culture that are consistent with the scriptures. Let your children respect kneeling down or prostrating when they are greeting the elders. Mannerism of respectfulness should be intact in your home. Saying, sir, oh, good morning, sir. Good morning, ma. Please, can you do this? Let your children learn these things. The habit of saying, you guys, please don't take it, because there will be a time when your children will tell you, Daddy, don't be silly. If you don't learn how to correct the words of their mouth now, someday they will tell you, they will use that word for you. When they will tell you, Daddy, calm down. Mommy, calm down. Mommy, take it easy. Daddy, take it easy. A day will come, your children will tell you, Daddy, don't be silly. We don't take such things in this part of the world. Till tomorrow, the Japanese will always bow. In India, they will always touch the feet of their parents. You don't stretch your hands to shake elders in this part of the world. Everywhere in the world, bowing is a sign of respect. Jacob bowed for Esau as a sign of respect. If you don't do so for man, how will you do so for God? Standing for the elders. When the elders come, let your children know that you need to stand up for them. At the bank, let them know that you need to give way for the elders. For pregnant women, these are ethics that children should learn. Even abroad, they give way for the elders. Let us learn all these things. Number 2, avoid doing what you don't want in the presence of your children. Now, let's look at it. There are about 7 types of lies. White lies, defensive lies, bold-faced lies, deceptive lies, exaggerated lies, compulsive lies, lies of fabrication. duplicitous lies. I will speak on this in my next broadcast, how to conquer the habit of telling lies. Be careful what you do in the presence of your children. For instance, someone comes in from outside, or maybe you have a visitor, then you tell them, go and tell him I am sleeping. Meanwhile, you are not sleeping. You are teaching your children how to tell lies. Someone calls you, you are still at home, you pick your phone, I am on the 3rd mainland bridge. You are lying. You are teaching your children how to tell lies. These children don't read the Bible in most homes. They read you, their parents. Let's be very careful about what we do in the presence of our children. Number 3, be sure of where your children stand at all times, and let them know where you stand at all times. Let them see great examples in you, which they will tell their friends and boast of their parents outside. Example, in my own home, on a Sunday like this, my children know my favorite preacher, and they know what I will do on Sundays. They know my favorite preacher is John Hagee. They know that I am not a football fan. When you say people go and watch football, watch this, then you and they're shouting, up Man U, up Arsenal, things like that everywhere, they know I am not that kind of a person. They know that I am not all these what do you call this home thing, they call BB Naija and all sort of things. They know I don't tolerate it in this house. And they keep away from it. If you don't like something, open up to your children and be sure you convince them and tell them why you don't want it and why you don't want them to like it. Be ready to defend yourself with truth, with facts and figures, so that they will also understand what or why you don't want this thing for them. This is necessary because in case something happens outside, you will be able to say, I know my children. Your children will be able to say, I know my daddy. Oh, my daddy does not want these things. Never do what you don't want in the presence of your children. Number 4, discipline your children. Do not spare the rod. The book of Proverbs chapter 13, I think verse 24, says, he who spares the rod hates his son, but he who loves him is careful to discipline the child. Discipline them diligently, consistently, and start early in life. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 15 says, folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline will drive it far away from them. Not only folly, sin, lies, rudeness. You say, I love my children, I don't want to discipline them. No, you don't love them. The Bible says that you hate them if you neglect the discipline they need. Notice that love and discipline go hand in hand. He who loves him is careful to discipline him. Start early. Years ago, a family had to raise a godly children. These are some of the facts that we need to know. You must know when to say no to your children. Number 5, be close to your children. Love can be shown in many ways, in different ways. Share experiences with your children. Take them out. Ask them to suggest where you want them to go to. There must be a family day, the day you are totally at their beck and call. Of course, there should be no day that your children do not have access to you. If you are that very busy, there is something we call seamless parenting. Create a WhatsApp family group where you can share videos, you can post, they can send messages to you, they can get to speak to you at any point in time. A family WhatsApp group is a place where all of you gather. The mother, the father, you can pray on the family WhatsApp group. You can talk. You can share news. You can share thoughts. Intentional parenting. Wherever you are on the planet Earth, even when your children, they are in America and you are here in Nigeria, you can gather on that family WhatsApp group and say prayers. The group is not only for friends. Family can make use of it. I have it in my home. And it brings us in touch. I know where they are every time. Number 6, affirm your children. Don't forget to affirm your children in the public. Do you know what it happens? Do you know how do we do it? Even God affirmed the Lord Jesus Christ publicly. He says, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." Show your children to your friends. God did it twice. Please, anywhere you are, affirm your children. Let your children be proud to move with you in the public. Walk with them in the public. Find time to engage in conversation with them. Conversations that do not end with with you parents making your children frustrated or be very angry. Let your children know that they have a friend in you. They can discuss their boyfriend matters, girlfriend matters with you. Don't be that parent that cannot share their intimate matters with them. Locked up in the hearts of so many children are secrets you will not believe. Secrets like uncles, teachers, fathers' friends who have toasted them or who has defiled them. Of their mates tempting them with iPhones, with money. Of church members winking at them during service. Parents, befriend your children. Listen to them. Ask them questions in jovial manner. And promise not to go beyond what they don't want you to do. But you as a parent, you will know what to do without hurting their feelings. Number 7, start with them. Stay with them in their challenges. Let me give you an example. Obafemi Awolowo told us the story in one of his books, My Early Life. One day he was fighting with someone and the person beat him. And then he was crying, he ran home. Unknown to him, his father was somewhere watching. Immediately he got back home, the father spanked him and told him, "Go back there and go and fight and win." Awolowo went back there and he stood in front of the person. Suddenly he packed the guy from the floor and then the guy knocked the guy down. In those days, the way they know a winner in fight is when you put the person's back on the floor. Immediately that very person was on the floor. Awo stood up and his father showed up from nowhere and carried him on the shoulder. And he was shouting, "You don't win. You don't win." He took him home. Stay with your children in their period of challenge. When your child knows that they have a parent who will stay with them, you can't imagine how far they can go in life. Don't let your children know that don't tell God how big their problem is. Tell your problem how big your God is. Let your children know that I have a father who will stand by me at all times, especially when they do the right thing. Number 8, listen to the views of your children. Parents, you don't know everything. Their generation is different from ours. When you disagree with them, show proof. Listen to your teenage children. Listen to their point of views with the intention of showing them the right thing. When you don't even listen to them, how do you know their point of view? Please, parents, sit them down and learn from them. Number 9, start early with your children. Help your children to discover the plan of God in their lives, the purpose of God in their lives, their goals. There are area of strength, what you want them to be. Can you imagine what happened? Serena Williams just announced some days ago that she has retired. Their father showed them the lawn tennis. So early in life, the father will come up with, when people like John McEnroe were playing, the father will come there and he would announce in a board, "My daughters will be world champion." This father started with them very early in life. Look at Tiger Woods. It was the father that started with him. Jackson 5, it was the father that started with them. What are you doing with your children? Show them their area of strength. Help them to become great people in life. Start early, parents. Don't just leave your children to chances. Number 10, have clear but few rules. Intentional parenting. Part of respect and love is to have good rules. These set boundaries. Even if we say we don't like rules, the truth is everyone likes to know the limitations and expectations. Have rules like know the limitations. Have rules like let the rules be very clear. I don't know that I can give a set of rules that will work in every house or situation, but I can give you examples of what my parents used with us when we were growing up. For instance, when we were young, no to lies. Tell me the truth always. That was one. Not praying or going to church is a no-no. Avoid devotion in the morning is a no-no. Phone after 10 p.m. is a no-no. When you do that, you can tell your children, if you do this after 10 p.m., I will seize your phone for 1 week. I must have access to your phone anytime I want to. I am doing all this because of you, your future. I want you to turn out well in life. Let them understand all these details. Tell me where you are going, and your phone must be on so that I can call you and reach you anywhere, anytime. Number 11 thing, save and invest. Have you read this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad? They are not too young to save. Banks have different programs. Give them target for December. Say, look, when you save up to this amount of money by December, I will add this for you to buy this. You know, when we're young, there's something we call colo, this box, where we add money. You can show it to your children. That money given to you, the children will have a way of getting money. They can talk to their parents, their friends, their uncles, their sisters, anywhere. When they want to do things, they can do it on their own there. Tell them to know how to get all these things and let them know how to save in such a way that not every time they have the money is ending up to buy something. Number 12, tell your children how to say no. You too, learn how to say no to them. And teach them how to also say no to their friends. They don't need to get everything they want. Your child comes to you, Daddy, I want to buy this, Daddy, I want to buy this, and you think you can just give it to them anyhow. No, that is wrong. Let your children know they don't have this sense of entitlement to whatever they want. Many children don't like to hear the word no, but there are different ways of saying no to them. Or you can say, I wish I could. Oh, I wish I were able to do it for you. Oh, I rather not. Oh, I'm afraid I don't have it. I can't. If only I could, I will do it for you. Oh, no thanks. I won't be able to make it. No, not this time, my son. Unfortunately, it is not a good time. There are various ways of saying no without just confronting them that way. But let your children know that, look, when you say no, no is no. There is no need winding my parents. Number 13, encourage independence and problem solving. Don't do everything for your children. Move backwards and watch them do things. Mothers, at age 3, 4, 5, your son and daughters are old enough to wash their undies and their briefs. At ages 6, 7, 8, they are old enough to cook certain food in the kitchen. Don't destroy your children with technologies, washing machine, blending machine, things like that. Our parents taught us everything at a very young age. Stop saying those days are gone. At ages 12 to 12, your children are old enough to wash the cars or to wash the tires when you are washing the cars. We are gradually breeding a generation of children who cannot do anything on their own because we just want them to, oh, no, there's no need. There's no need to, I can do it for them. I can do it for them. When you are sick, They can't make custard for you. They can't prepare amala for you. They can't do ewedu. It is a shame to be a parent and you are the one running around where you wake up every morning. It's not good. It is a shame for you mothers to be buying food or for daddies outside every morning when your daughters and your sons are there to prepare food for them when you are tired. Gradually, we are sending daughters who cannot do anything into the marriage market. They are married, but they cannot boil water. Same with the boys. What your housemaid is doing, your child should also do. There is no food I cannot cook. Even as at age 10, I can challenge any woman to cooking competition. Number 14, let them know the family goals. So many families don't even have goals. They don't even know where the father is going. They don't even know where the mother is going. They don't even know what they call goals or the purpose of the family. Train your children as at age 20 to 25. Let them be able to decide where they are going in life. They must have a mentor along with their dreams, as I've discussed with you. They must have a father in the Lord. It is not a must that your pastor should be the pastor of your children. However, you have a duty to know who is their pastor and where that pastor is coming from. Number 15, share your life experiences with your children. Let them know that you have made mistakes in life and tell them the mistakes you have also made. Share your errors in life with them. Let them learn from the errors you've made and the consequences of your mistakes. Help them in making their choices. Guide them. Sit your children down and let them see the pains you have gone through in life to arrive at where you are today. So that they will not think that success in life is by sudden flight. No way. Let your children see the pains you've gone through. Sometimes show them, tell them the story. How did you get your first car? Tell them the story. How did you do this? How did you do that? So that they will know that success in life is not by magic. Our daddy suffered before he got this. It's very important. Number 16, element of surprise. Spring surprises up on your children. I will give you some examples. There is a son the parent did not know belonged to cult in the university. Someday, the boy was just going to school and the Lord told the father, go and check the bag of your son. He did not check it immediately. But when the boy got outside and was about to take a taxi, he said, please give me your bag. And the father took the bag and took it inside. When the father opened the bag, he saw knives. He saw a pistol in the bag. The father fainted. Spring surprises on your children. Don't let them know that you can do anything. Just let them know. Including, it's not just on the negative side, including birthdays. I've done that to my daughter before. I told her there's no cake. We don't have money for cake for your birthday. Then early in the morning, she went to take her bath. Then the person brought the cake. And when she came in, she found the cake on the table. You can imagine the elan, the happiness. Spring surprises on your children. Don't let them think they know everything their parents can do. Number 17, spiritual development. Introduce your children to the Holy Communion and perhaps speaking in tongues. I'm going to speak extensively on this topic. Your children with the Holy Communion, your children with Holy Ghost baptism. That will be another discussion for another day. I believe you have enjoyed something or you have gained something today. On Wednesday next week, I will be speaking on how to defeat lies. How not to tell lies. The caution you can take in such a way that permanently what comes out of your mouth will be truth. Thank you so much, my friend. May the Lord bless you. Stay with me on Wednesday this week. Bye.